CLIL. Let me remind you that this series of webinars is issued within our project that you can see in the screen, that is Bilingual Education a Step Ahead. And we are a group of 14 partners from 14 countries, from 4 countries, Poland, Greece, Romania and Turkey. And today, together with my friends from one of the primary schools within the project, we have prepared a webinar to show you what we use while preparing our CLIL lessons when we are eager to use some technology. So, let's begin. The first thing is the whole process of creating the lesson. So somebody asked me about where do we find the ideas for our lessons. So definitely the first website that I would really recommend to everyone. Let me switch off myself. Oh, thank you. For older students, I mean primary school and above, definitely would be TED Ed. You can look for ready ideas for the lessons here in the search. You can open them, you can change them, edit for your students. So I started with Pharaoh because I am preparing myself for lessons about ancient Egypt. So look what we can do. We can watch a video about how to make money. So let me play the recording.
Death and taxes are famously inevitable. But what about...
So as you can see, they are in English. After that, we have questions. Questions that were written by the teacher who prepared the lesson plan, and you can always edit the questions so that they are understandable for your students. And afterwards, if you still need other materials, you have additional resources for you to explore that are hyperlinked, so you can always look them through and use for further activities within your lesson plan. So I would really recommend it to everybody who wants to start with CLIL but doesn't know how. TED Ed is a great help here. Another thing, when I look for materials for my interactive whiteboard, I go to Topmarks. Topmarks is a search engine for great educational resources where you can browse them by subject. Like, let's continue with the history, or you can select the age group. So we can find materials here even for the younger students. And as you can see, it's written here what is the age of students for whom the whole application is dedicated, to whom it is dedicated, and whether it is tablet friendly or not. So that's another thing that I highly recommend if you want to work with an interactive whiteboard but you have no idea how to find a proper application for you. Another thing that I would recommend is Khan Academy. Today I'm not going to show you this page, but you have the address in here, where you can also find ready lessons, even the series of lessons, especially for maths. And within our project, maths is one of the areas we want to concentrate on. So my dear partners, this is worth seeing. And if somebody wants to observe others at work, other teachers from all over the world, and especially if you are eager to try something with science or art, Pinterest. This is the keyword for you, because Pinterest is a website, a social network, probably most of you know that, where you have also the search engine. Look, so you can see what I was interested in, and you can just type in all these keywords like, let's say, Dali, and you want to have an art lesson with kids. And what you can see here are different websites, mostly blogs, mostly from home education, where teachers or parents share the ideas for lessons. As you can see, it is wonderful, isn't it? So this is what I use when I look for ideas for my lessons about art, but it's also a part of our Erasmus project. And so that would be how I find ideas for the lessons. More links you can find at our school blog, that is at clilmaniacs.blogspot.com. We have lots of links there where, oh, you can see it here. We have lots of links where we share, oh, you can see it's here, useful links that you can look through. They are from different realms, from different science, from science, art, astronomy, we have art, we have geography. This one is great if you want to play geo games, like to practice names of different seas and oceans. So I will leave you with it, not to spend too much time explaining what we have within our links. Just enjoy. I hope you will spend long hours searching through all the links that are placed in here. Now, what do I do when I come across a nice link that I want to keep for the future? Just usually it happens like that you search through the internet and suddenly you come across something worth remembering, but of course it's a link and so you don't want to forget about it and then you lose it. It happens all the time. So what I do, I use Pocket. There are many websites like that available online, but this is the one that I really like. The Pocket works this way, that you download it and install on your device. It can be your PC, your tablet, your mobile phone. It's all integrated, so if you save something on your tablet, you will be able to watch it and see it everywhere on all your devices. And I come across, like here, I come across a nice website that I want to save. I press this lovely button and it's sent to my Pocket. And now, when I go to my Pocket, I will see the link to it, and I can always tag it. So next time I look for like websites that I found for flipped classroom. This is it, right? Or what I wanted for teachers development. This is it. So I highly recommend finding such a website that would keep all your links in one place, not to lose anything that is worth your notice. Next thing. So when we came across a nice lesson idea and now we want to use the ICT, we have to collect the materials. And as I always repeat, CLIL is not a tool for a lone wolf, so for one teacher. You should work as a team within your school, within your organization. Only then you can be sure that it's going to work out. Otherwise you will be always at work, always tired, with no time for your family. So within our language school, we share the materials using OneCloud. You can also use Dropbox or Google Docs. It doesn't matter which one you choose, but this is the perfect tool to share and collect all documents that you produce, like lesson plans, photos, other images, visual aids, not to lose anything, and enable other teachers cooperating with you use it in their lessons. So remember, in CLIL, everything is about sharing. So I recommend trying out one of these platforms for online and offline sharing the documents. Yes. And another thing is that when you want to prepare some visual resources, because having lessons within the CLIL methodology, it's not an easy piece of work, because you have to explain sometimes very complicated notions to your students whose English is not perfect. And to do it, you need lots of visual resources like flashcards, posters, graphs, charts, and of course you can always draw them, but you can do it in a more sophisticated and technologically advanced way using one of these tools. I will present you what they can do, and really the most of them are in use within our language school. So the first one is blog posters. Sometimes it happens that you need to print out a really big poster, well, bigger than A4 format. How to do it? It's quite easy, because you can, first of all, you have to find a photo online. That would be in, not this one, and JPG format. Then you choose it, right? You upload it on the website. You don't have to log in. You don't have to do anything. You choose what orientation you want. Let me choose the landscape. What format, your paper, and how big you want it. You can do it even that size. And whether you want to have borders or not, I recommend choosing to have a border, otherwise it will be impossible to stick them together. And of course you have to take that you've read the terms of use, and you create your poster. Then you can always download your poster, open it, and look what happens. We have, we have a big map. It's very heavy, so I have to wait a little bit. We have a big world map, and when we print it out, we can stick all the pieces together, and that will allow us to arrange a really big poster. So with blog posters, life is easier if you want to work in groups and have big photos, big pictures to allow your students to work in a group on a big sheet. And another thing that we use at work is picture charts and Canva. Both of them allow you to create posters that you can print out, hang on your notice boards. And some of them are free. There are free templates, because all the material that I prepared for today is free of charge, so you don't have to pay anything. So you can choose one ready template, or you can create your own infographic. Let me choose a poster. This one I really like. And you initialize the editor, and we can start. As you can see, it's uploading. My computer is quite busy today because I'm trying to show you everything. You have here different shapes and lines that you can use in your template. You have different icons for your posters to use. You can change the background, what color you want, or what pattern. You can upload the images from your computer, and this is what I'm going to do. As you can see, we have a picture at the back with lovely cherries, but I will prefer something different. I was having a lesson about Paris, so I think that would be nice. We'll change the picture. And let's see this one, I have to delete. And I will put it. Alright. So, and you can play with it. I will show you some of my ready materials. And let's keep the chart. See? Ready materials. These ones are the posters that I used for promotion of our language group, but you can prepare anything that you like. And a very similar one that I'm right testing is Canva. It seems more, I would say, more modern, because you have more choice in terms of what size you want. You can find something for social media, presentation, a poster, Facebook cover, Facebook post, Instagram post, and more. And it's also for free. You can find some materials for free, templates and photos at the same time. So try it. One thing that I want to notice about this website is that it's quite heavy for your computer, and sometimes it crashes. But maybe it's worth it. I don't know. It doesn't matter which one you choose, whether it will be a PictoChart or Canva or any other. Remember that we should show our students that all the pictures that we use should be on Creative Commons license, or in other words, we can't steal. So how to find photos that we won't steal, but they are available for free? Okay, you can use Google search engine and tick the right categories, or you can find a website that enables you doing that. So here we have Pixabay, and let me see what we can see. Let me check. We have a cat here. Of course, the first one aren't for free. They are from Shutterstock. But these photos, they are completely for free. You pick up one, maybe this one, and you choose the size you want, and you can download them for free. So I think it's worth sharing with your students, showing them that you can't take any photo you come across on the internet. So that was about how to create posters, how to create big posters. And so now what's another thing that it's really nice and my students love is Powtoon. I don't know if you have ever seen that, but Powtoon is a website where you can create animation movies. So animations, yes, animated movies, so you can create cartoons. And let me log in. My students had a task this year to create films promoting our language, and to my surprise, it was quite good. Everybody was able to do it in one way. And for them it was definitely easier than for me. I didn't have to show them how to use it, it was so intuitive. I don't know if I will find mine. Okay, start from this part. You can watch the videos how to do it. The thing is that you have themes and templates, and so you can get inspired. See, and they are also for free, and you make films with your content, with your text. And of course, it can be used by teachers if you teach younger students, or it can be used by your students if they are more than 10 or 11 years old. Right. Probably some of you were wondering how to arrange such a cloud of words that are keywords for a topic. It is quite easy. You just have to go to a website that is called Wordle. I think that this is it. You paste the bunch of text. So let's say cat, dog, rabbit, cow. Let it be a carrot and hamster. So we are going to have a topic of pets, and we press. Oh, sorry, that won't work. Not on this computer. But you will get a cloud of words like that, and you can always choose what style you want, what colors you want. So it's a nice thing to hang in your classroom if you want your students to practice the content vocabulary from CLIL even after the lesson. So we have covered, so yes, we have talked about this slide, so we can go further. Yes, and if you make any films, or if you look for any films that you can show to your students, you can use YouTube, that everybody knows, but don't forget about, we would say Vimeo or Vimeo.com, but it's also worth mentioning, as this is the service that is mostly used by schools and artists, and it's for free and there are no commercials. So check whether maybe there will be something that is better than what you can find on YouTube. And now we go to the best part of the lesson, especially for students. If you work with technology, you have computers, tablets, mobile phones, and interactive whiteboards. Of course, not everybody has everything, but it's getting more and more popular to be able to work with such equipment at work, at school. So let me start with interactive lessons with videos. It is possible to find lessons that are already prepared. It is possible to find services which enable you to find a proper video and change it into a lesson. So let's see Edpuzzle. This is what I worked today with my students. And here you have the search again. And look what channels we have. We have Edpuzzle, we have YouTube, we have Khan Academy mentioned before, Learn Zillion, National Geographic, TED Ed that was mentioned at the very beginning, and many others, and Vimeo as well. So let me see whether we have anything interesting about the puzzle. Oh, no videos this time. So maybe the life cycle of butterfly. Oh, we have different life cycles. So maybe this one. Plant cycle, one cycle. Oh, frog life cycle. All right, I will change the topic, and we can use it. First of all, you can preview the film, whether you like it or not. Beautiful, isn't it? And look how easy it is now to explain to your students what the life cycle of the clock is. So I think we can use it, right? And now, first of all, you can cut the film if you think it's too long. I think we can leave it now, so you can crop it, you're right. We can leave it because it's not that long. The other thing is that you can add your own audio track. Here we just had the music, but we can add some text that we want to record. Yes, and here, and here we have quizzes. That's the best part. Pressing the question mark, you can add the quiz. You can ask your students about something. You can ask the open-ended question. It can be a multiple choice question, or it can be your comment, so it's not a question, right? And afterwards, you save it for when you finish, and you can share it with your students. And now, if you work in a preschool or early education, you will show it to them at school. But if you work with older students, you can always share it with them, send it to them. I will show you in what way, but let's say by email, and they can watch it at home, and then they will come and you will talk about it. At the same time, you can always see their answers, because you can log in as a teacher, and then you will see, so then you have virtual classroom, in other words, and you can see their score. Tools for organizing virtual classrooms are really numerous now. Edpuzzle is only one of them. The other one is Nearpod. This is something that I have found really recently, just when I was looking for materials for our webinar, and it is very, very similar. I will sign in because I already have an account. And you can also see your library, or you can explore, and it's also for free, ready materials, and it's great. But what you need for Nearpod is that you have a whiteboard, so I mean computer with a board, but your students need to have tablets or their mobile phones, because they attend a lesson. You choose a lesson, let's say, maybe something here. Oh, let's look for something. Okay, let's continue with this life cycle. The life cycle for monarchs, and it's free, and you can add it to your library, and you have live session or homework, or you can edit the whole thing. Let's say live session. Alright, and now your students just have to type in this pin on their mobiles or tablets. The thing is that first they should, or you should help them install the whole thing, I mean the application, Nearpod. And then you share this pin with them, they type it in, and they can see the whole content on their devices, and this is where they answer to your questions. Okay, let me show you what somebody prepared about this life cycle. All right, this is how it starts. Oh, I was lucky and I checked that on my mobile. So we have lesson objectives, and now how much do you know about the life cycle of a mother butterfly? You have a question, and you ask your student to answer it. Here you explain the whole thing. And that was nice because they asked me to draw a diagram of what you think the life cycle of monarch will be. And this is what I drew on my mobile. And it is visible on the screen. So probably if there are more students, you would see all the pictures and you could compare what they thought. It would be what they thought the life cycle of monarch would be. Here you have other life charts, so you show the students whether they were right or not, you decide that. Here we have main stages, and another question. The monarch will hatch from its egg in, and of course I didn't answer correctly. I wanted to see what is going to happen. Lots of slides with pictures, many questions, so it's highly interactive. Drawing, kids love drawing on their devices using their fingers or special pens. And afterwards, this is it. So, and you can also arrange such things on your own. So I'm thinking about buying some tablets for my students just to practice lessons from Nearpod and other services like that. Right. And another thing for interactive lesson are free websites where you can organize, I would say, tests, games, quizzes, because you can test their knowledge instead of doing a test. You can ask them to do different tasks beforehand as well. But the thing is that, especially for Kahoot and Socrative, they have to be present at your lesson. So it's not a case of a flipped classroom that they do something at home. They have to be present at the lesson. If we have time and if you want, we can play a Kahoot at the end so that you can see how it works. Today I had a lesson with a Kahoot test with a group of students, and really they were thrilled, and they asked me for a test on Monday. So the students asked for a test on Monday. Miracles happen sometimes, right? A Quizlet is a website, a service for practicing vocabulary. So you are the one who adds vocabulary to at least the vocabulary, and the students can practice that at home. And you can also use it during your lessons. Here you can see how to do the Kahoot. If you go to getkahoot.com, you will be able to choose one of the existing base, or you can create one and share it with your students. If they go to kahoot.it, they will play. So this is what we are going to do at the very end if you want. So you can see how it works. It is also good if you have older students, or if you want to work with your friends from work, to share the screen and work together by means of several services, where you can always send each other links, photos, comments, articles, all this stuff that somebody might find interesting. Let's start with ThingLink, right? ThingLink is it's a very interesting tool if we want to use it during your lesson. Here I found landform examples. As you can see on this picture, you can see black circles, and when you stop the cursor on them, you will see that there is a link, in fact. So you explain to your students that, for instance, you want to show them a film from National Geographic, and you click on it, and you have an, oh, this is a text, oh, a film, and you put a picture, and you show them the link, and you can talk about it, and you have another link here. So it's a very colorful way of showing students different materials, and it's a good tool for you as well as a teacher, because you don't have to change different websites of the lesson. You have everything in one place, so you don't waste time and you don't lose the pace of your lesson. This one was ready to use. It was prepared by a teacher, but you can always create one, and it's always for free. Right, so you choose an image. So let's see what we want to, if we want to make a thin link with the map at the very back. Right, and now we have dots, and I think that I will add some content to it. Right, I think it's yes, we have the Ural Mountains, and this is a tag. So I showed my students where it is, and I will get a map ready, right, with all these tags on the map, with all the films and photos, and when I want to display them, I just have to click and it's ready. Let me save the image. Right. And you can share it with your friends. You see? It's really easy, and if you share it with your friends or with the students, they will be able not only to watch it within your, if it's supposed to be a flipped classroom, but they can always add some content. The same thing is here with tablets, with Padlet. I'll show you how it works. I also worked with it today, because today is Diwali in India. In Poland we are having Day of Independence, but in India it is a Diwali, and I use this situation to teach about different festivals that happen all over the world in autumn and winter. So, and this is the spring. This is what my students saw, and I could share it with them by means of a link. By means of a link or a QR code. So it was easy for them to get into, to see the same thing on their device, and then it was easy to see the links and watch films. And a few of them read about Oktoberfest, the others about Thanksgiving Day, and others about Hanukkah, and the rest about Diwali. And then we compared these festivals, these holidays, and we talked about the origin, about the rules, and so on. I think it was one of the best lessons, and especially it was CLIL, there was no test, and that's why they enjoyed that. And at the end we took Kahoot, and they really appreciated the whole thing. This is the moment when they asked me for a test on Monday. So Padlet, it's an excellent tool for teachers and for students to share their ideas. And the last thing is Edmodo. Edmodo is an answer to social networks like Facebook. It is very, very safe. Everybody can use it. First of all, you have your classrooms. The second thing is that there is no chatting between the users, so all communication is visible. The third thing is that parents can be ghost participants, so they can follow their children to see what is happening. It looks like Facebook, but it's safe, and there are no commercials, and there are no advertisements. And you can give assignments, you can give different tasks, quizzes, polls, and it's for free. And this is the thing that you can use with your students when you want to share ideas, when you want to show them something more than you had time during the lesson. It's also a very CLIL-like thing, because it's lots about, there's lots about communication and sharing ideas. So this is it, what I have prepared for today. I hope you enjoyed that. I hope you are a little bit inspired and you will enjoy the technology. The whole recording, the whole webinar is going to be recorded and uploaded to the YouTube channel. So you will be able to find, yes, I was trying to find the links once again. And I really thank you for watching. It wasn't an easy task to speak English and show something on a computer, trust me. So, thank you for your attention, and if you have any questions, go ahead and ask. Good luck.